I'm Lauren from TacticalGear.com. I'm here at SHOT Show 2019 at the VIKTØS booth, and I'm joined by Phil, and he's going to show us one of their top-selling boots. Phil?
This is our Strife boot, and we call it a Strife Warfighter boot. The reason we use the Warfighter name in there is because this does pass the U.S. Army standard that is the AR-670 standard. So this is something that you can, it is compliant if you want to wear this actually while you're doing active duty. There's a lot of things that are built into it because of that standard, and that we do it specifically that way, but there's also a couple things we put in there just because we thought it was important. And one of the things I'd like to point out in a boot like this is the toe box area. And the toe box area in our boot is always just a little bit wider than most others. And the reason why is your foot really has a tendency to splay out and widen, especially if you're carrying like a pack and you're standing up or walking for a long, long time. Your foot has a tendency to widen right here. And that's one of the things that you feel when your feet are getting tired and they're starting to hurt after a long time, is it's pressing on the inside of the boot where it wasn't when you first put it on, because your foot is actually widening out. So we built our toe box just a little bit wider right there, just to help accommodate that, and it makes it more comfortable towards the end of the day. So that's one thing that we did. The rest of it is the buck color right here like that. It's a very, very good, solid material. The sole, again, this is our design right there. This is our mold. It's our design, and we actually have what's called a self-cleaning cleating area right here, where the tip of the cleat is smaller than the base of the cleat, which allows dirt and grime and muck to have a tendency to come off of it a little easier than it is with some other soles. Another thing that we built in this that's kind of unique, it's also very difficult to show, but I'd like to explain it anyway. There's a hang tag on here that says D30, and D30 is a shock-absorbing foam, and it's actually a reactive foam, and I've got a sample of it right here. We put this material, not this thickness, but we put this material in the outside ankle area right here, so that if you do have an impact right there, then it has a tendency to absorb that impact a lot better than other things. Reactive foams, if you take this and you press on this slowly, you can get to the point where your fingers touch each other. But if you impact it very hard and very fast, it firms up and acts a lot more like a shock absorber. So by putting it in the outside ankle area here, if you ever do hit your ankle enough where it's really going to hurt and you really need protection or it's a potential injury, this D30 shock absorbing material has a tendency to spread the impact over a larger area much, much better than anything else. But then still when you're walking, very soft and pliable, never digs in, doesn't have that feeling of like plastic armor. So a lot of little things you can do to improve on something that's at an old standard with the AR-670 compliant, but we definitely made this. This is just plain a superior boot.
So I love this decal here. Is that just strictly for aesthetics?
Yes, it is. That's actually our logo right there. That's the O from VIKTØS. And then if you actually look at the shape of it right there as well, it almost looks like a shield and sword. So VIKTØS actually is our version of the word invictus, which is Latin that means unconquered. So quite often somewhere hidden in our products, sometimes it's on the inside, sometimes in the inside of a pocket, we'll have the word written in there that's unconquered, and that's why it's kind of the derivative of what our product actually stands for, our brand name.
Well, thank you so much, Phil.
All right, well, thank you very much.
This has been Lauren with TacticalGear.com.